This video was made possible by EA Game Changers.
Hello, spooky darling, and welcome to the Sims 4 Paranormal Stuff Pack review.
Hello. Welcome to the video, my loves. Sorry this video is a little bit late. I've had a day from hell. I won't lie, my boiler is packed up in my house, so I'm fucking freezing. Very fuming about it. And yesterday I got the key far too late for me to be able to record it, and today's just been a bit of a write-off, but I'm here. Here we are. Late, but still here. We're going to be delving into the pack today, so we're going to go over, as we normally do, a bit of Create a Sim, bit of the build and buy, some of the gameplay, and then my overall kind of like feelings on everything afterwards. So yeah, I think what we'll do first is we'll go over some of the key features of The Sims 4 Paranormal. Okay, so the key features of this stuff pack is the meet ghastly roommates. Your new to you home might be home to someone else too. If it's one of the new haunted house lots, appease the mischievous specters to relax in serenity or let them run amok for scares day and night. Cleanse your home. If you want to send your new roommates packing, Guidry the ghost is happy to advise you. Remove accursed objects, perform a seance, commune with the dead, and receive gifts from the specters. You can even summon Bonehilda the skeletal maid. Calm the spirits. Master the medium skill and impress Guidry to get a paranormal investigator license. Once you're ready, take on some freelance gigs to expel unwelcome visitors for other Sims. With spooky activity on the rise, it's up to your Sim to put a stop to it. Okay, well, that's the kind of key features that EA are mentioning about the pack. I have played the pack while I'm reading that, and I have some thoughts. I do have some thoughts, and I think we should kick it off, my loves, with a bit of Create a Sim. Now, if you see me looking over this way, it's because I've got a big shitload of notes on this screen here, so I am going to be reading a lot, but I'll make sure to keep my eye contact with you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into Create a Sim. We'll start with the hair. So there is 2 new male hairstyles and 4 new female hairstyles. Both are really, really lovely. Both of the male hairs are really, really nice. You can see them on the screen now. And it's so nice to see Afro textures taking the forefront with this new pack. I love the dreadlocks, my favorite hair in the pack, without a doubt. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I just love the styling on them. They're really, really getting it right now with that kind of Maxis clay hair. Some of it used to be awful. Now it's starting to look a little bit better, and I do enjoy it. I really do. The females have 4 new hairs, 2 of which are the same as the male. Loved the tucked in longer hair, like around her ear. She's got like a tucked over like piece of hair around her ear. I really, really like that. Not so keen on the one that's supposed to be the kind of new trendy kind of mullet haircut. It's the fringes. The fringes are always kind of like floating away from the forehead, and they just look a little bit strange. So yeah, the fringes are not the one. Not at all. Now, the clothes have a real bohemian vibe to them in a variety of different colors, almost a 70s vibe too, which I really like. I do like that aesthetic personally. Most of the items, though, are not in my tastes personally. They may look good on Sims that I make and stuff, but for me, it's not my taste with clothing and stuff. It's a little bit garish, shall I say. But I appreciate how the Sims team are getting execution of the Sims, like the clothing now. The clothes look so much better, and they're playing around with layering even more so now. But yeah, the winners, all in all, for the Create a Sim for me has to be the hair. The hair, without a doubt. The dreadlocks are absolutely gorgeous, but also the shirt dress of the female. I really, really loved this piece. I thought it was gorgeous. I love the swatches it comes in. So there wasn't really too much to look at. There was a few clothing options, and it only is a stuff pack. It's not going to be laden with lots of stuff. But in review, I'm going to say that the Create a Sim is good, but it's not great. So on to the most important part, in my opinion, the build and buy. I really like some of the new pieces in the pack. It's got a very strong bohemian vibe to it, which I really, really like. It's almost a tasteful version of the movie Hangout stuff pack, executed a lot better and with better textures and stuff on it, and swatches. Some of the swatches are a bit questionable. I don't like them. but I still think they're really, really nice. And I'm seeing like a slight inspiration from like New Orleans. I don't know why this like New Orleans vibe is coming through with the furniture pieces and the colors that I use as the palette. Do you get what I mean by that? Does anybody get what I mean by that out there? I just thought it was really lovely. I just thought everything was really well executed, especially the sofas. I thought they were amazing, but we'll go over them a little bit more as we progress into this little review. Every item comes in a complete different array of swatches. I like some I don't. Again, it might be difficult to pair these items with other things in game as well. I'd probably find it quite hard, apart from the neutral swatches, to match up woods and stuff, but I have yet to play around with it that deep to be able to make that kind of like statement. But I've got an inkling it might be a little bit difficult, but I still love the pieces. They're gorgeous. They really are. We get one new wallpaper and one new flooring. I love both of them, especially the wallpaper. I think the wallpaper is gorgeous, and especially in that darker blue tone. I love the kind of duck egg blue they've gone for in the lighter tone, but I'm much more partial to a bit of dark blue, and that wallpaper is just going to match in modern builds, in traditional builds. And the pattern on it is not garish, it's not cartoonish, it's classy. That's what we want, the Sims 4 team. We want classy pieces, none of this garish kid stuff that has been infiltrating nearly every pack. And slowly and surely you're getting it right with Snowy Escape, with Eco Lifestyle, some of City Living, and I know that was a long time ago, but that's the kind of vibe that I want to see in The Sims 4, and you executed it well in this stuff pack, in my opinion. My favourite objects has to be the sofa and the armchair, even though I would have preferred to see the sofa without any pillows or throws on it. I just think it's going to be hard to kind of match in that sofa with the rest of the room that you've decorated when it's got like a bright blue throw on the back of the sofa. I would have preferred if we just have those objects separated and we were able to place them ourselves. That would have been so much better, but I knew it was going to be my favorite object anyway. But definitely the sofa and the armchair is the winner for me with this stuff pack, or with the build and buy, that's for sure. The plants are great too. Not really liking the palm tree for some reason. I don't know why. I think the palm tree just looks a little bit weird to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that palm tree plant. I'm just not a fan of it. I kept looking at it, trialing out some different like coloured pots and stuff, and I just came to the conclusion that I just don't really like it. My least favourite object has to be the fireplace. Just not a fan of the chunkiness of it, nor the design on the front, like the swirly sort of like squiggled lines. I just don't really like it. It's fine. I can't see myself using it very much in houses. I could be wrong, but again, I'm going to find it difficult with the swatches with this particular piece. I would have preferred to have seen more neutral brown, like wooden swatches with it, rather than the kind of brightness that you had to kind of get across because of the color the color palette of this pack in general. I just think it's going to be hard to tie in with other pieces. But yeah, that's probably my least favorite object. I was a little bit surprised not to see any new windows and doors. I know this is a stuff pack again, but I think because of the heavy kind of themed furniture style that you went for, it would have been nice to see even just one window and one door just to tie in that look. That's probably just me saying that, but I'm a builder and I know with the stuff it's going to be a little bit difficult to pair it with other things, I think. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, all in all, I was really kind of impressed with the build and buy objects. There were a really lovely few pieces. As I said, the plants and the floors and the walls and the sofas and the armchair was the winner for me. Definitely. Everything else was nice. There was a really nice hall table as well. You may have saw it in one of my shots that I've put up. It's like a desk. It's like a desk, an ornate desk. And it comes in a beautiful dark black color as well, which is just gorgeous. So yeah, in review, the build and buy for this little stuff pack is good. I'm loving seeing the Sims team bringing more stylish pieces into the game. I think that's what I'm taking away from this build and buy. But some of the objects, it's just the swatches. Again, the swatches are just a little bit too over the top. My God, I hope that the Sims 5 has a color wheel or something like that so we can choose our own colors, because I'm done. Okay, and on to gameplay. So I played the game around 5 hours. I got a little bit bored. I got a little bit bored of it. I was excited to sort of see. It was nice to see some of the new animations and stuff that it came with. But ultimately, I got a little bit bored. I really did. I started off in my Jamaica Inn build, which is on the gallery for download, with the icons that are Derek and Yvette. They are British presenters of Most Haunted. It was this like paranormal investigating program, if you are unsure. So I made them in The Sims 4 on Twitch, and I bought them for this pack. I thought it was perfect. I started off with them both on the seance table, which does have a variety of options, including Commune with the Dead.
Mary loves Dick.
Which kind of invites ghosts and spectres onto the lot I got from my playthrough. The lights can flicker, which means like there's a presence coming. I did notice a little bit of frame rate drop with that, but I think I put it down to the fact that my lot itself was very detailed. So there was a lot of stuff on the lot. So it did drop my frame rate quite a lot. Little spectres visit the lot, but they're kind of far too cute to be scared of, in my honest opinion. I think the Sims teams, again, seem to be aiming for the younger generation with the Sims 4. You can attempt to communicate with them, and you can even offer a bit of your soul, I think, is another option. There seems to be friendly or like not so friendly versions of these little like weird bubble like boo ghost things from Mario. That's what they remind me of. And it kind of affects your Sim's mood. They can like become scared and even like terrified. And seeing the new facial animations that come with that was really, really cool. It was nice to see that because I am very, very, very much bored of seeing the same animations in The Sims 4 recycled with a new option. It just doesn't fill me with kind of joy. I get bored easily, and it makes the Sims feel like they're lacking in personality, as I always go on about with the gameplay and why I don't play the game much anymore. On to the two new NPCs, or the return of another NPC, but a new NPC as well. Now, obviously everyone has been waiting for the return of Bonehilda. Not myself. I've never really been bothered about it. That's just my opinion on it. But I know how much it means to the community. So I'm happy for you guys out there who enjoy Bonehilda. And yes, she came. She came back. You can summon her by use of the seance table. And she kind of appears rather than having that ugly ass coffin that used to be in the houses from previous iterations of The Sims. So I kind of prefer that. I'm happy about that, actually, because then you don't have to have this ugly coffin in your house, if you know what I mean. Derek did take a bit of a liking to her. Bonehilda did, in fact, seduce him in the closet. So that did happen, and Derek managed to flirt with a skeleton maid, and I'm more than happy for Derek Akora to do that, to be honest. I'm glad that the Sims team did listen. I'm really, really glad that the Sims team did listen and bring back one of your guys' favourite character into the games, because it's always nice to see the NPCs that you remember from nostalgia and stuff, and Bonehilda was one of them. Now, the new NPC is Guidry, or Johnny Depp, as he looks like to me. He even kind of looks a little bit similar to me. I was like, oh God, is that me? Am I famous? Am I Sims? I didn't really know how I summoned him. I think it has to do something with the paintings, because I had Yvette look at the painting, which kind of like turned green. It kind of like flashed this like sort of like weird greeny sort of color. And a little while later, an introduction came up from Guidry, and he appeared and it's the cool thing about him is he's got his own dialogue, and it's almost like a tutorial. You kind of go onto it and it tells you, like, you ask loads of questions and it lets you know the answers. So he's almost like this tutorial ghost that comes out of nowhere, which I really, really like as well. I thought that was really, really cool how they did that. Yeah, I won't go over into too much details with Guidry because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, really. I'm trying to keep this review kind of spoiler free so you guys can go in and kind of have a little look at it and play around with it a little bit better. It didn't really take me that long either to get to the max skill level in like the paranormal like investigation, or medium skill, I think it's called, which goes to level 5, by the way, if you were unsure. And once you get up to level 5, and you do this by performing seances, speaking to specters, kicking over weird things that are around the house. I'll go into that a bit further in a minute, but kicking over like weird objects in the house and whatnot. But what you do is you then go up to Guidry to become a qualified paranormal investigator. And you can now join a freelancing paranormal investigator career. So you kind of go into your phone and you do your kind of freelancer thing where you look for gigs. And they come in a range of difficulties as well. They come in ranges of difficulties, and then you obviously get more money for the more difficult ones. They're timed as well. They are timed events where you basically go around other people's houses and kind of cleanse the area by destroying haunted objects, like weird little like dolls, haunted dolls, which you kick over, and then these weird slime patches that the sim goes up and they mop down, and that's basically it. That was what I got from the gameplay from it, and I got bored. I knew I was going to get bored with the gameplay, but I got very, very bored. After 2 tries, I was like, I'm gutted because that was the bit I was looking forward to. And to me, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't nothing new that I saw. If they like interacted with these ghosts and you saw them trying to fight them away or something, and with new animations, and it was just your sim going up, kicking something, which I've seen the animation to that before, and this doll disappears, and then mopping up slime. I got bored of it. I really, really did. And I'm quite sad because I was kind of looking forward to this, but I knew not to raise my expectations because I haven't been very excited about gameplay since The Sims 4 seasons, and I was a bit gutted. But yeah, it's just a short little like overview of this pack today, loves. A little review. In my eyes, I'm going to put it down as okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's great to see them. They're killing it with stuff packs. They really, really are. But with this one here in particular, I just think it was just a little bit too niche for me personally to be able to enjoy it that much. But I'm glad that we've came out of it as a builder with a beautiful wallpaper, lovely flooring, and a few new really nice furniture pieces. But the rest of it just felt a little bit lacking for me, to be perfectly truthful with you. I would love to hear what you guys think of it as well once you do have the pack, so always let me know. I'd be very much interested. And yeah, that's it really. So feel free to share your opinions and stuff down below in the comment box, like whether or not you're looking forward to this and you like it, or vice versa, you know, negative. But don't, and it doesn't matter that if you're being negative and whatnot, as long as you're saying your true opinion, just don't be a dick about it. There's a fine line between being a dick and sharing your opinion. And I know that you guys are amazing, so I don't really have to say that to you, but just in case. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Sorry it was a bit late again, and I'll be back on Monday. Goodbye, loves.
Mary loves Dick.